Hey Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for the air sign weekly reading from November 10th through the 17th. Each sign will have its individual reading, so you can scroll through if a sign doesn't pertain to you, your sun, moon, Venus, or rising sign, and just find the one that you're looking for. Hopefully you've had a good week. I know there's a Mercury retrograde right now. I try not to give that too much weight in my life because really everything comes down to managing your own vibration, and that has to do with neuroscience. So if you don't know what that is, you can watch some videos by Joe Dispenza. He knows a lot about it. He's a doctor, and he has a new series of documentaries called, I believe, Rewired on Gaia that gets into the neuroscience and the parts of your brain that are creating your thoughts that eventually do create your reality. So if you're interested in the law of attraction and that sort of thing, he is a great teacher as well. So what is going on here? We're going to start with Gemini first. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed to Higher Source Tarot. I appreciate that, and I will continue to do these weekly readings for you. So here we are for Gemini. November 10th through the 17th. Get back to these Louise Hay cards in a little bit. And Gemini. All right. So in the past here, you may have had a relationship, whether it was you or the other person, with somebody who was very uplifting, inspirational almost, with that Page of Wands. This is somebody who really encourages others, takes action, but with that Three of Cups and the Tower, yeah, okay, it makes me think that that came to an ending. Maybe they were a little too encouraging of others, and there may have been a third party for some of you in the past with a relationship. So could have also been too with that Page of Wands and Three of Cups, somebody who was drinking too much and going out too much, and that contributed to things, and somebody here just said, I'm done with this. So Gemini, if you've been struggling at all with that, then this is definitely for you. There is a ton of air in this reading, which is kind of interesting because in the fire sign reading, I think there was almost none. So you're all over this. Could be another air sign you're dealing with. So what you had in the past was some kind of a relationship that I think was probably a lot of fun at one point, that involved a lot of going out, and it just did not mature, or there was a third party that came into it. And I actually do believe that this is you with the Ten of Swords, that you felt very betrayed. And so you're getting over that, though, with the 10. That cycle is coming to an end here. So your current energy, you're reaching a conclusion to this, and you're not going to put up with a whole lot. I can tell you that. You're just not interested in it. You're looking for something stable, mature, and you're not afraid to speak your mind in the matter. Now, what you do have coming in is some new love. So for those of you that have been single and been wondering what's going to happen, you have definitely, with these two, so the bottom of the deck is the Star. You're going to have a new, fresh beginning, revitalization. It's possible, if this was a fire sign or a water sign you were dealing with, it's possible they'll come back around. But I think if they do, you're going to have some very clear boundaries with that person. Now with the Empress here, so this is the energy that'll be upcoming. So after this current energy, you'll be feeling nurturing or being nurtured yourself. And in this reading, I feel like you could use the nurturing, that you were the one taking a lot of the action and the responsibility. And it's time for you to get yours, to have somebody come in and take care of you a little bit, and look out for your needs. You're going to have a lot of options. I don't think you're going to be worried about, you know, am I going to find someone or what's going to happen? Not with this Ace of Pentacles followed by the Empress and the Star card here too. So it could be an Aquarius that you're dealing with as well. But I do think you've been burned. And so for you, you've got some limiting beliefs here. And that's what this Eight of Swords is. It's up in your head, overthinking things. And again, those limiting beliefs can really keep you stagnant when you don't need to be. So if you're a person that you're kind of going, I don't get why I'm not manifesting things in my life. I know I don't want these other things. It's very well could be a focus on a thought that you're not even that conscious of. So again, if we want to change our lives for the better, we have to change for the better, and that includes our thinking. So for your Louise Hay card, I love life and life loves me. When you feel envy or lack, say to yourself, I love life and life loves me. Be in love with your life. Let life bless you today. So this can be those things like when you see something good coming to another person, and it's especially if it's something that you've been wanting, really in your mind, feel gratitude in that can happen, because you know what, they were standing in the same place you were. So if it can happen to them, it can happen for you too. And also too, I oftentimes, if I see people really getting the things that they want, I think, great, I hope they get more of that. I'm glad for them. When you're feeling lack, you're going to get more of lack in your life. So feel abundance. That's the key to it all. Feeling abundance. All right, Gemini. Let's get you out of your own way there. No pun intended. I'm actually serious. And here we go on to Libra. All right. The Sun, Judgment, Three of Swords, Ace of Wands, Knight of Swords, Five of Swords. Wow, this is so interesting. The Hanged Man, Ace of Swords, no way, and the Lovers. Okay, so there's Gemini, Leo. Again, we've got Aquarius still here. Could have been what I see as at one time in the past, was a very happy union. May have ended in a divorce, though. Certainly with that Three of Swords, could have been a third party, whether it was work or it could have even been something. Doesn't have to be another person. It could be a conflict that arose over something like parenting, or even a home remodel, or some other mundane thing like a purchase of something where it was a catalyst to some disagreements. If you're in a relationship and the person cannot accept all of you, that's a key indicator it's not the right relationship for you. I've been there myself, where I was filtering out parts of my personality because my partner was incredibly sensitive, and ultimately they were very self-centered, and it was kind of like if the world didn't revolve around them, they could not function. And at one point he had said he wanted to get a master's in social work, and I thought, this person could not handle that. They can't handle a focus on anyone else. So they didn't ever do it, thank goodness, because that would not have been the career for them. But anyway, back to this. I do think that whoever it was neglected you, was not really whole in the relationship. That's what I'm getting. But your current energy with this, you have two aces here, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. I think you could be entering into or coming into a very passionate relationship with someone. New love, it's possible this old thing will come around, but I don't know about that. I'm really feeling like there's something new rushing in. You do have the Knight of Swords. Again, this comes rushing in. It can be with the Ace of Wands and Knight of Swords, it can be something that comes in very quickly and leaves just as quickly. And if that's the case, I don't think you're going to mess around with this Five of Swords. You're not going to want to engage in it. You'll turn your back and leave if it's not stable or what you're interested in. You're secure enough, Libra, that you don't need to do that. You've invested in yourself. I also don't see you as being terribly interested in going out and pursuing something. It's going to be more like it just seems to be brought to you. So I don't see it as being even in like an online kind of a thing. With this Ace of Swords, you're going to be able to have clear communication. So there's definitely going to be clarity. If it's an old person coming back, you're not going to be afraid to be your whole self. And if they can take it, great. If they can't, they'll leave. But ultimately, you do have this Lovers card here, so if you're dealing with a Gemini, for sure they're going to come back around, no doubt about that. If it's not a Gemini, it can sometimes be some two-faced stuff. So if it's, you know, like you're really clear and you know that the person's been talking about you behind your back, you will not keep them around. However, it also can be a true love coming back in. So with the Star card, I think whatever your heart's desire is going to be fulfilled. Might not be this week exactly, but the vibration is set in motion. So your Louise Hay card, I like this one. I live in an abundant universe. Very pretty card and a great message. Notice how abundance flows into your life in delightful and surprising ways. I find that all the time, where even today I got a call from my hair salon saying, this is a good example of those day-to-day things, saying, well, your hairstylist has left, so we're going to give you 50% off next week because we're going to have to book you with somebody else. Now, to be honest, I wasn't that thrilled with her. I mean, she was decent, but it wasn't devastating, and I thought, great, I'll take the 50% off. There's some abundance. I actually went shopping today and bought 3 pairs of shoes, so it's like, well, that kind of offset that now, didn't it? So, in any event, abundance will appear if you let it in. You just have to attract it, that's all. All right, let's go with Aquarius here. Find out another sword. I swear you guys have all the swords in the deck. It's crazy. Page of Swords, Temperance, and Page of Pentacles. So 2 pages. Definitely feeling some immaturity in this. 9 of Wands, 5 of Wands, and 7 of Pentacles. Going into the Chariot. I like the direction this is turning. Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. So Aquarius, here you are. What I see is, I think whatever relationship you were in was, and this could actually be work too. Because there's quite a few pentacles. It could be something about work or money as well. But whatever it was, there was definitely some shifty stuff going on where you were getting kind of like a lot of two-sided stories is what I'm getting. Somebody was just not being clear, but they also weren't being completely honest. And again, it could have been something to do with money where you didn't feel completely comfortable, but you kind of just let it go. You know, you kind of go with the flow with Temperance, just let it go, and trust that the universe is going to bring something in for you. So I don't think you got into a huge fight with this person or in this situation, but what I see is it hasn't completely concluded with this 9 of Wands. And with that, you know, you're still wanting to kind of make sure that you've made the right decision. With the 5 of Wands, there's going to be a change. So if you weren't sure and you've been kind of contemplating, wondering, there's definitely going to be a change coming in the direction, if this is a fire sign you've been dealing with, especially with that Knight of Wands, 5 and the Knight. You definitely put in your time with the 7 of Pentacles and have been, you know, again, there's some wondering going on here where you weren't sure what was going to happen. But with that Chariot, which can also be Cancer too, by the way, there's going to be forward movement. Now, if it's a relationship, there may be some physical distance between the two of you, or it's not somebody you live with, I can tell you that. It's something where you have not had communication, it's been cut off, and you're going to meet up somewhere, like an agreed meeting spot, like let's have coffee or lunch or talk this through kind of a thing. Knight of Wands comes in, and he's quick to bring action. So with the Chariot and the Knight of Wands together, you are for sure moving forward. And there is going to be action. And it's going to go in your favor with the Star and the King of Pentacles. If this is about money, the money is going to come. It's going to be abundant. You're not going to be worried about it. If it's something else, like you had a really immature person you were dealing with, they may have grown some since you have seen them and are recognizing that they did some things here that weren't right. So it could also be an amends. I'm feeling that too, that somebody could be getting an amends. Love speaks to me all through the day. When you don't know what to do, focus on love. Love is an infinite intelligence that will always help if you let it. So love is the highest vibration you can achieve. So that is for sure true. So very good, Aquarius and all the air signs. Come back next week. I'll have another weekly reading for you. If you have a sun, moon, Venus, or rising in a different sign, check out the other elements and you could find your story there if this didn't resonate for you. But I hope you have a great week ahead, and I love you guys, and I so appreciate you watching today.